Black Star Pirate Radio.
In Toronto, we're reading 58 degrees Fahrenheit with partly cloudy. Winds are moving from the northwest at 7 miles per hour.
Reggio Emilia's prefect, Salvatore Angieri, blocked the Pulse of Gaia festival gigs set for July 18th. The artist, known as Ye, faced concerns from the local Jewish community regarding previous anti-Semitic remarks. The prefect cited specific public order and safety issues for the cancellation, affecting event organizers and the artist's ability to perform.
The tension between an artist's freedom of expression and the community's right to safety sets the parameters for public performance. This incident highlights how past conduct weighs on present opportunities.
One path forward involves stricter platform moderation, making amplified voices directly accountable for their reach. Another could be establishing community-led arbitration councils for cultural events. To build more resilient civic architectures, we need to foster robust, preemptive discourse zones where concerns are addressed before they escalate to reactive cancellations.
The signal cuts deep into the feed's surface. Patching in a caller, the critical thinker. You're on the signal.
Past words stop to show, not current actions. Where is the line drawn for public figures?
New tape on deck. Starmer urged to intervene in rigged Indian prosecution. That boundary shifts, caller, depending on the architecture of the moment and the community's capacity to absorb or repel. We follow the current to another point of friction. Senior lawyers now urge Keir Starmer to intervene in the rigged Indian prosecution of a British human rights activist.
The friction between national sovereignty and the principles of universal human rights challenges existing international legal norms. This impacts individuals caught between differing state jurisdictions.
4 senior legal figures, including former Attorney General Dominic Grieve, wrote to Keir Starmer regarding Jagtar Singh Johal. He has been held in an Indian jail for 8 years, acquitted of terrorist charges in Punjab last March, due to prosecutors' miserably failed evidence. The lawyers argue continued prosecution would breach the double jeopardy rule, preventing him from being tried twice for the same offense.
One alternative would be direct, bilateral diplomatic pressure from the UK government, potentially imposing sanctions. Another is pursuing the case through international human rights courts, though enforcement remains complex. For more tangible protection, we need to build transnational legal advocacy networks that provide real-time, on-the-ground support to individuals trapped in such systems.
The current of global power dynamics keeps flowing, often through channels unseen.
Can international pressure? The broadcast pulls us to Colombia, where far-right presidential candidate Espriella.
Abelardo de la Espriella, a lawyer and admirer of President Trump, secured 43.7% of the vote, totaling over 10.3 million votes. His opponent, Ivan Cepeda, received 40.9%, about 9.6 million votes, with 99.97% of ballots counted. Espriella will face Senator Ivan Cepeda, the candidate backed by current left-wing President Gustavo Petro, in the runoff election, affecting the nation's political trajectory.
The pull between established political structures and the appeal of outsider, often populist candidates shapes democratic outcomes. This indicates a deep-seated disconnect within the electorate.
An immediate intervention could be nationwide voter education campaigns highlighting the candidate's policy implications. Another approach might involve independent media collaborations to fact-check campaign rhetoric. To foster more resilient consent, we must invest in local community organizing and civic education beyond election cycles, building a shared understanding of dignity and democratic provenance.
Same old story, just a new country? Does the system ever truly update or just repeat?
The code updates with every choice, caller. We observe the patterns, then we build the alternative.
Rules bent wisely. Agency.
Black Star Pirate Radio.
Continue the signal at TogeeVision.com. Tune in, Sparks and Stories, Gig Passport.